and sequential my art anytime.
Hi, welcome to Rick and Dave's Comic Book Hour. I'm Dave.
And I'm Rick. As I said, we're going to review The Atom, number 38, by Frank Robbins. He did the story, right here if you can see it. Number 38, 1968. Story by Frank Robbins. The pencils by Mike Sekowsky, and the inks by George Roussos. I think that's how you pronounce that name. Basically, it's a story about the Earth being invaded. It's called Sinister Stopover Earth because these micro invaders stop by. And they shrink the people down, basically, put them in their ship. They are nothing more than power cells, so they're here to take our people, shrink them down, bring them back up to full size, go to our nuclear power plants to recharge and come back to their ship before they move on to their next journey finding another planet. So they look like, somehow when they're in the ocean, they look like stingrays. So they get one of Adam's buddies. They take him prisoner. Adam shrinks down, goes to one of these ships, finds out what they're up to. They actually explain, you know, one of those monologues. They explain why they're there. Like I just told you, they're there to recharge. And the people that get taken over get radiation poison and die. So Adam grows and busts out of the little place they had him held, and then he chases down a couple of his friends that are on their way to a nuclear power plant, and they're still in their, since they were caught in the water, you know, they're still in their Frogger gear, and they're at the nuclear power plant, and Adam shrinks down again, takes a nice little cement, glues down their feet so they can't make it all the way into the nuclear chamber to get radiation poison. And then he shuts off the air to their mask, and then when he takes off the mask, they make a big gas and blow him across the room so he can pull the rods out of the coolant and I don't get radiation, and saves the day. And basically that's what it is. I know it sounds bizarre. It doesn't even sound like something like the Twilight Zone, but there you have it. So I really wasn't impressed with this story. There's really no action. You know, the Atom's not kicking anybody's butt, which if you like action, but it just didn't seem all that great to me. I didn't. So I bought it. One of the things I didn't check, I didn't open the bag, so there's some, like, it looked like somebody tried to smoke it. Like the first person that got this was in 1968, took it back to his dorm room and decided he wanted to smoke a comic instead of, he thought it was, you know, but it's weird. Yeah, look, it's good.
Well, it is because it did get caught on fire.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, right? So I just think, you know, but anyway, like I said, some hippie back in the, first guy that bought it probably ran out of doobies back in college and tried to smoke his comic. That's some good Kirby and gold, man. But I'm going to give this comic a 2 out of 10. You know, but like it was half price, I got it $3. I mean, it's good to have. The art's not bad. Okay, I'm not saying the art's not. You know, the art's pretty good in the book. It has some, but story-wise, I just didn't get into it. You know, I guess I just didn't get into it. I mean, that was one of those typical DC stories that I really didn't get into in the '60s. But well, I'm just saying this one wasn't written by. I mean, I guess Gardner Fox was writing this before this guy took over. He's like, he's missing key people when I buy these back issues. I guess that's half price. I mean, I know this guy's work. Maybe he did better work, but right now I'm just going to say the story. I just give it a 2 out of 10.
Alrighty.
So that's my review of The Atom number 38.
Alrighty. I got here Marvel 2-in-1 number 12, featuring The Thing and Iron Man. Written by Bill Manilow, penciled by Ron Wilson, inked by Vinny Coletta. So this one here has the Thing doing some test flights for Tony Stark, and they figured that if something goes wrong, Ben Grimm can survive the crash. But as we get into the story, the Thing takes off and it goes in reverse for some reason and ends up down under the ground. And lo and behold, there's a empty chamber down there, and a guy named Hester John is hanging out down there, guarding what's going on down there. And they get in this big fight, and what else is that? It's been about 3 days since I read this, so I haven't written anything down. But anyway, they take him on. There's a good splash page right there. That's pretty cool.
Got the clobbering time.
Yeah, got the clobbering time going on there. Iron Man.
Is there a value stamp in that? That's the value stamp in
Yeah, there was a value stamp in there.
there.
Let's see. What value stamp do we have? Oh, value stamp number 45, the Mantis. Be sure you get those. Don't actually clip them out, though. But, so they get in the big fight, and,
Iron Man in the thing?
Iron Man and Thing versus the Pester
Oh.
John here. And, they somehow depower, they take away his Power Stone, and that defeats him. So then he's just a very old man wandering the earth. So overall, I thought it was a fun issue. These Marvel 2-in-1s and things like that are always kind of neat to see team-ups like that. And so I give it maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10 on that. So it was entertaining. The art's pretty decent. I didn't get totally bored reading the whole story, so that was a good thing. And
That's good.
so I don't know, is this one you read late recently or no? No, okay. So there you have it. And what do we got next? Anything?
Yeah, let's see what we got next. I think I would start. Well, here, I'm just gonna throw this in real quick. Amazing Spider-Man 149.
149.
The clones, my friends, the clones. Send in the clones. Well, this is the kind of the conclusion to the clone saga that started way back when, 129 perhaps. And basically you have everybody, all the clones are here. Of course, Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy makes an appearance. The Jackal finally gets them in a stadium. They've got to fight to save Ned Leeds before an explosion. And so they battle it out. And there's an explosion. The Jackal's caught in the explosion. It kills Spider-Man. But at this point, we don't know if it's the clone or the real guy. Actually, Gwen Stacy turns on the Jackal also and wants to leave him. And at the end, she's just going to walk off and leave Peter again. Of course, Peter's like, losing her once was enough, but losing her twice is just too much for him. So this is when she leaves, and as the clone gives him a kiss goodbye, and he's sad. And then at the end, he comes home to Mary Jane, and he seems pretty happy to see her. So, of course, it all concludes 150, Spider-Man or Spider Clone. And in case, I'm not going to tell you what happened in that one. You already know. Stupid clone saga screwed everything up. But anyway, that's the end of the clone saga. Or, as far as we know, this is also. We also throw the clone in the smokestack in this issue.
No, I thought that was the next issue.
150, he did that, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
pretty sure.
All right. Well, doesn't matter. I guess you're right. Yeah, 150. Oh, whatever. He throws one of the Spider. He throws Spider-Man.
Show them the cover.
Yeah, throw him the cover. So it's a good conclusion. Yeah, it's Gwen can't stick around. Like I said earlier, this was the compromise they made with Stan Lee to bringing Gwen Stacy back as just a clone, not the real deal. Of course, she's been back a few times, and in today's world, she could come back anytime. He does a real Gwen Stacy, as we all know. But it was a good before you get to the real epilogue. But this is a good end. Good battles going on. Spider-Man versus Spider-Man. The Jackal orchestrating the whole thing, and how Gwen comes around to turning on, because as you know, Professor Warren had a thing for Gwen. Kind of creepy, to today's terms. I mean, he was the older college professor in love with the hot babe. Which
Like
would probably
that never
get him,
happens,
yeah,
huh?
which could get you in trouble. I guess we get in trouble in those days too. But anyway, he blamed Peter for her death, so that's why he's always So as far as explaining how cloning went, it did a pretty good job. It didn't have to be explained further, and that's stupid. They had to know that they did a few years later and just screwed everything up. But this is it. This is, and as you know, what was interesting about this book is that one day it's $5, and the Stone Saga comes out, and it's $70 the next day.
Go figure.
Luckily, I got this off the newsstand. Didn't have to worry about such nonsense, but I just got it. Doesn't take much to raise these. We know how the market works. I'm not sure how much it goes for nowadays, but I don't really care. So that's my review of 149 out of 1 through 10. I will give it an 8.5, because it ties everything up pretty much until I guess like I said, 150 has to decide if he's the real Spider-Man or not, but. As far as tying it, getting everything as a climax to the big battle, yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Alrighty. Okay, next book I got is Marvel Team Up number 6. This one has Spider-Man and the Thing. Got a little Thing theme going on here last couple issues. I found this.
You are a Fantastic Four fan.
Well, yes, I am. This one was written by Jerry Conway, artist Gil Kane, and inker Mike Esposito, I think that's how you pronounce that. Came out in 1973. I really enjoyed this one. It's a pretty cool issue. It goes into the Puppet Master's origin and actually explained a few things I didn't know about the Puppet Master before. So, how he came to be, what's her name's stepfather. Ben, yeah, Alicia.
Alicia Masters?
Yeah, Alicia Masters. The Thing's girlfriend is stepdaughter to the Puppet Master. So it kind of explains more on how that all happened, which I really enjoyed that. I never read anything before about that, and that I recall. And so we have the Spider-Man and Thing team up. They're taking on the Mad Thinker and Puppet Master in a hidden lair in Pennsylvania, of all places. And of course, Mad Thinker sets a couple traps for our guys, and they are smart enough to get out of them. And of course, the Thing, he just beats the crap out of whatever he's in and gets out. Spider-Man used a little bit more ingenuity to get out of his trap. But they ended up catching the bad guys at the end and sending them away. So overall, I give this issue probably a good solid 8. Art's pretty good, story's fun, explained a few things I didn't know before. So anybody out there into Marvel team-ups and Marvel 2-in-1s, they're pretty inexpensive to get, and you usually have a pretty good story. And then you get twice the heroes. So, you get the Thing or Spider-Man most of the time teaming up with somebody. So that's always fun. Get more bang for your buck, I guess, in a sense. So, I guess that's the end of our retro comics review. Hope you learned a little something. Enjoyed it. Got anything to say, Rick? Any conclusion?
No. Well, yeah. I look forward to reading those books because I haven't read them yet. So.
Oh, all right.
So I will read them and see if I agree with you. Probably will.
Yeah.
But you can't go wrong usually with Marvel Team Up or Marvel 2-in-1. You usually can't go wrong with those books.
And those are good books when you go to a convention. You want to find something pretty inexpensive. You can find nice copies for under $3 on most of these. A lot of them you can find in dollar bins sometimes. So that's where I've been getting most of my team-ups at. And although I'm getting closer to needing like 1 through the first 20, I'm still missing quite a few, so those are a little bit more expensive, but beyond that, you can usually find the rest of them pretty inexpensive, so it's a good thing to look for in conventions if you're going, or stop by a comic shop. Don't forget to stop at your local comic shop. They appreciate it. Buy some back issues.
Yes.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and we'll talk to you later.
That was my skull. I'm so wasted.